right. It's FOC with the CCB. From home, no mic. Next week, I'll buy a new one. The family has left me for the weekend, so I've been working late. And yeah, let's go through the FOC. Um, Chelsea did the FOC, so I don't really know a lot of the books on there. I do know there's a first appearance of somebody in or two people in Miles Morales. Anyway, it's Saturday. You've got until Monday to make your orders, and we'll do that. You'll do that, and I'll do that because I'm ordering everybody's books. So here we go, CanadianComicBin.com. Swing yourself down here, and we click on the pre-sales. DC, jump into it. What do we got? We got Absolute Flash number 6. I am behind on reading. I haven't been reading last. It almost feels like a month or two. But yeah, I'm very much behind on my Absolute stuff, even though I say it's some of the best superhero stuff on the market right now. Superman Unlimited number 4. That's pretty cool. Oh, I remember was it the late 80s or early 90s where they had the Superman vampire stuff. We got Mark Spears. I'm surprised. I thought that would look more like the trading card because the Aquaman one came out 2 weeks ago. And I know there's other trading card covers because I've seen an image or two. But yeah, Unlimited. It didn't do anything crazy. Not a ton of people jumped onto it, but a couple. Crypto. We did sell out of all the issues in stock. I do really like this. It's simple, but yeah, no, I like it. Jay Lee, right? Yeah, Jay Lee. Nico Henderson. He did Pride with Brian K. Vaughan, a one-off hardcover. Wonder Woman 24. Most Man Knows. All right. I have not been following what's been happening in this series. I will pick it up and give it a go at some point because I do like Tom King stuff. Sometimes his dialogue's a little off for me, but I usually like his story ideas. Homer. And Redondo. Went for a little style. It looks a little like blocky or dots. You know, the old time when they used dots for coloring. Anyway, we've got 2 people hanging out with us. Welcome to folks. Justice League Red. We got our first appearance of the Red Justice League. Green Lantern's kind of off color for it. Same with Cyborg. At least these 3 are red, and Power Girl does have a red cape, but first appearance of that team. All right. Checking out these covers and everything. First time. I do like this. Christian Ward. That's a good dead man. The foil, I'm assuming it's going to be the A cover, but we don't have the image yet. Detective Comics 1100. It's a star-studded, oversized celebration. Tom Taylor, Greg Rucka, Mariko Tamaki, Dan Waters. And then we got Mikkel Janin, Alvaro Martinez Bueno. I don't know some of these. And Bill Sinkovich. He's going to be doing something in this oversized. How expensive? Oh, it's $8.30. Not that bad. I thought it was going to be like 10 or 14. We got a Jock Wraparound. Very dark. I've seen better covers by him, but it's not terrible. Whoa. Frank Miller. He looks more like a mummy with a cat costume. That's my opinion on this. But again, he's old, he was sick, he had addictions, and his abilities are gonna get strained. Sienkiewicz, a little too dark. You want to see a little bit more detail. I do anyway. Redondo. Okay. And Nightwing 129. Had someone come to the store, buy a bunch of Nightwing today. Oh, come on, Frank. He's an old guy. He's not going to just stop doing it because he's not as good as he was. Let's look at it again. I do like the big hand knuckles. I like the blockiness. But yeah, like if we're comparing it to what he used to be, yeah, it's not great. But I've seen some indie artists that, they get work and they'll have a similar style or not as good or blah, blah, blah. But I get it that it's supposed to be like this top tier artist, and it's just he's not top tier anymore. But I don't know. People still buy it. I guess it creates conversations too. Nightwing, Fornes. Always has good stuff, that guy. Well, I'm not gonna say always, but a lot of the time. World's Finest. We still got the Bizarro stuff, and I've said it before that every now and again I think I want to collect Bizarro covers, but I haven't begun yet. If I ever get his first appearance, I might start there. I like this one. You got all the dark versions underneath, or Bizarro versions, I suppose. And Catwoman. Always a bunch of good covers on Catwoman. And yeah, that's a good one. Fiamara, I believe. Yep. Frank Cho. Let's check it out. I like the little batarang stuck in the ground. Has anybody ever read the Liberty Meadows? That's what attracted me to Frank Cho in the first place. It was like all strips. You read the comic sideways because it collected the strips, and then eventually he started creating new stuff, and then just stopped and has never come back to it. It was comedy, and there was a big busty Wonder Woman type character, talking animals. It was great. Catwoman. Talking about Catwoman. Panosian. It's a good cover. New Gods. So I read the first couple issues and I liked it, but I never continued on because that's what I always do. I read the beginning and then I just take a break from reading, and I'm so far behind. But this is one I want to continue eventually. Derek Chu. I like his Mr. Miracle. And Ferraria. Looks like a Santa sleigh made of electricity. New ratios. Well, if they're a store that does exclusive covers, then they'll get all the ratios. So if they order 3,000 exclusive covers, we'll get all the ratios for that. The one per store variants, it's one per distributor. So if they're getting comics from Lunar and from Universal, then they'll get 2 copies of that book, one from each distributor. That's all I know about the one per store variants. But or they're just ordering a ton of whatever that book is and getting the ratios. Well, the one per stores, you can still get them from Penguin and Universal. So if they have accounts with both, then they would end up with 2 one per stores. Um, Other than that, I'm not quite sure. But if they're ordering a ton of comics, like to get a ton of ratios, that's the only other way. Um, you could always ask the store. Maybe they'll just tell you. Titans. There we go. Titans. We don't get a lot of readers for Titans. I know they're plotting a Teen Titans movie, so maybe if that gets popular, maybe we'll get more Titans readers. So they don't get order enough to get the ratios, but they get the ratios. I couldn't tell you. Maybe they have a connection. Maybe another store is helping them out. But yeah, you'd have to ask them. Be like, how are you getting these? They might tell you their secrets, and then you can tell me so I can get the ratios without having to order 25, 50 bucks. All right, Robin, Batman, Jason Todd, number 3, Dustin Nyan. They're fighting a guy named Wrath. There he is. And Clayton Crane. You know what? As funny as it is, I know this is not completed art. I like it, and I would like it printed as such. That's just me. And Jim Lee. Not for me. Sorry, Jim. Batman Year One, Clayface, and Dan Mora. Dan Mora's killing it. He's a very good artist. And Panosian. A little more realistic take on the duo. And that's it for DC. All right. Let's check out Marvel. Mephisto. Bring on the bad guys. I did see that there's a Mephisto Marvel Legends figure coming out. I think it's through that Hasbro where they have to pre-sell a certain amount, and then if they don't reach the goal, it doesn't get made. But I think they're doing a big Mephisto figure. Anyway, that Bermeo cover is great. What else we got? Campana, and Lashley. I have to reach out to Ken Lashley because he's supposed to have a sketch for me, but it's been months. Who was that? That was Malavia. And Mercado. Mercado's been doing a cover for all of them. Oh, there's a small one. And Todd Knock. Deadpool Wolverine, number 8. I was surprised. For this series, it's not like a crazy seller for us by any means. We've got a few buyers, but you think that more people would be digging it, especially like the people who subscribe to Wolverine or the people who subscribe to Deadpool. Not all of them get this. Emma Frost, number 3. It's a good cover. Who else we got? Fan Yang. Little anime vibe, right? Not quite, but light. And Vecchio, reading an Adam Hughes comic, or the cover anyway. Fantastic Four fanfare. We didn't really have many people order the first issue. There's a Bagley cover, and the Baldari. Second printing to First Steps, number 1, but that is the wrong cover image. We'll have to yell at Chelsea for that, but I imagine it'll look just like the first one. We haven't seen Fantastic Four yet. We tried to go on Thursday, but there was an appointment and it went late, so we never got a chance to go. Chelsea's gone for the weekend, and I'm not going to go see it until she's back. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, second print. We still have some first prints, so if you need them, we got them. Imperial 2. So if any of you have seen it, let us know if it's good, but don't spoil anything. I don't want to know about any cameos or end credit scenes. Second print, and we got some spin-off issues: Imperial War, Black Panther, and there is the variants. Last few videos, I've just been kind of like skimming through and going through the covers I kind of like, or the issues I find more important. But because I haven't seen all these or covers, kind of want to look at them all. Another spin-off, Planet She-Hulk. All right. Not sure if these are one shots or if they're going to be minis, because Imperial is only going for 4 issues. It's a short one. J. Scott, nice She-Hulk one. Last week I had another Imperial variant for J. Scott, and it was Nova, and I thought that was really good. Nimit Malavia. I like that cover. Yeah, I do. Incredible Hulk 28. I read the beginning, the first, like I read everything. I read the beginning. I read the first 4 issues of this, and I liked it. I liked the horror vibe. I kind of wish I stuck with it, because every time I see a cover, I'm like, I kind of want to know what's going on. We got a Greg Land. It's a good Greg Land. He's been doing some Dynamite stuff, and I haven't really enjoyed his covers so far, but I think this one is a better cover than I've seen him do in a while. J. Scott, going to be the Hulk, I suppose, but we'll see. Jeffrey Brown for the indie fan. And Jeff Blanchard, number 3, teaming up with Wolverine and Psylocke. And a little homage to Jim Lee on the variant. And Toka Tokoro. I didn't even realize that was Jeff. Like, it looks like a reflection on maybe the Silver Surfer's board or something. Or is that a claw, or is that just Jeff coming at you? I don't know, man. A little weird. World to Come, number 3. I think we have an issue or 2 left of issue 2. Chris Allen variant, not there, but we got a J. Scott. Black Panther. This is the one that has 2, right here, White Cat and Inari, 2 first appearances. I'm guessing those are the characters right there, right on the cover, which is always helpful. But then we've got a Peach Momoko variant as well, and it's called the first appearance variants. Phoenix number 14. Excuse me. Bunch of Marvel series are ending, and I know they're doing a big reboot of, it's a good cover, Joel Jones, of X-Men. So I'm assuming most of the X titles are going to come to an end. Predator, Black, White, and Blood. And a Gonzo variant. Saw the trailer for the new Predator movie, and it looks really good. I really enjoyed Prey. Runaways, number 3. I just found out that One World Under Doom is going for 9 issues. There's the variant. That's a lot. Spider-Verse, Venomverse, and who is that character? It looks very familiar. Is that the Shogun Warriors? Haven't seen them in a while. It's kind of fun. But I think people are tired of the Spider-Verse stuff right now. Dr. Aphra. Looks like a young Liam Neeson, or maybe a Harrison Ford. Well, I guess it could be Han Solo, right? Revenge of the Sith. Chris Sprouse, Anniversary. Thing versus Juggernaut. I used to love the Juggernaut, and I think I started to not like him so much when he became a hero. He was part of the X-Men. That always kind of ruins it for me a little bit. Like, I liked Venom when he was a villain, but when he's a hero, just didn't care very much. So this is ending with issue number 24, and I'm sad about that. But at least we'll have a nice, like, complete, story, beginning, end, its own little universe. Maybe someone will be picking it up and continuing with a new volume. Who knows? West Coast Avengers. Somebody asked, says Final Showdown. Someone asked if this was ending. I assumed it was, but probably ending with number 10. Got a little Ultron cover here. And Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. Looks like she's infected with the phalanx. And we got our facsimile at 138. Whoops, sorry. X-Men 21. Yeah, see, Juggernaut, Hero, getting puked on. And we got another J. Scott. Little Storm action. Cassara variant. And X-Men Tooth and Claw number 1. Yeah, that's Mike McCone. And Rod Reese variant. Looks a little Liefeld-ish. We've got our Fantastic Four number 9 facsimile, and the Punisher is back. We got a Kaketo. Let's read a little bit here. Frank Castle's back with no memories, a full clip, and a thirst for wrathful vengeance. His violent search for answers could only be chronicled in a red band series. Bullets will fly, blood will flow, and the citizens and criminals of New York alike will fear the name Punisher. Superstar Halverine creative team, Benjamin Percy and Julius Ota. All right, so he's back with no memories of him becoming leader of the Hand and having some kind of superpowers. They did that before with the Bernie Wrightson series, where he was an angel with superpowers and killing people. It happens, right? Just every now and again, the Punisher gets superpowers. There's Ian Gist and another Frank Miller. There we go. Looks a little Sergio Aragonis. Is that how you say it? Just has that little vibe of the characters in the drawings. And we got a logo. I don't really need to click on it, but I did. And Garson, one of his collage covers. And that is your Marvel books for this week. We'll skim through some indie books and we'll call it a night, right? It's 9:30. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Watch a movie, maybe do some work. We have Critical Role, Vox Machina, Los Monstruos, some trades, Blood Honey. I don't know what this is. Burton-esque Macabre World. Young lovers Vanessa de la Mora and Edgar St. Clair are at the top of the food chain. Predatory High School. All right. We'll see. Monster High got a couple issues there. Sonic. This has a first appearance. I'm guessing this character right here. Maybe not. But I was told that Sonic has the first appearance. And they've gone away from the 1 in 10s. The ratios are now 1 in 25. 1 in 10s are always worth a lot more money than any other 1 in 10 ratios, which is great. But 25 of them, and the price increased a couple of issues ago. It used to be a $3.99 US, now it's $4.99 US. It's become an expensive book, but they do so well. Star Trek Red Shirts number 2. We had some people check it out, and I think they're coming back for a second issue, so that's kind of cool. First cover is way better. We got some Star Trek Voyager and Nakayama variant. I didn't get a chance to read the first issue. I looked through it. I do want to read it after looking through it. But again, when am I going to find time? The Adventures of Lumen N. 1901, our heroine Lumen is a precocious 13-year-old with many questions about her life, why her father has gone to something. It's fantasy fiction in a Victorian setting. All right. If you're into fantasy stuff, there you go. Lots of covers for it. Holy moly, lots of covers. Dan Brereton. James Robinson. He's a good writer. He does superhero stuff, fantasy stuff. Fegredo. The War. Yeah, the first issue is coming out next week. I saw this cover when we opened up some new boxes. Political stuff. A war is starting, and people dealing with the effects of a war just beginning. Garth Ennis loves war stuff, so he's always all in on that. My Little Pony. We got another. It's an omnibus, Avatar omnibus. Harrow County, a couple of trades. Chelsea, I guess, decided to put up trades on our new release. We don't normally do that outside of some omnibuses. Who Are the Power Pals? It's another trade. All right, some Image books. Falling in Love on the Way, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, number 9. Department of Truth, Gunslinger. Let's check out the covers here. It's okay. That one's okay too. Usually there's one cover where you're like, oh, that's a great cover. Hyde Street, number 8. We've got a couple of people reading this. Zombies, yeah. I haven't given it a shot, so I have no idea what it's about. I know it's supposed to be like a horror type series, but it just seems such a weird fit for a Ghost Machine. But Battle Beast, number 4. Who is that character? Ryan Sook. Undiscovered Country. This is ending, I believe, the series. Rockets to its thrilling conclusion. So I guess this is the last issue. Snyder and Sewell. Christian Ward. That's a really good cover. That's I do like that. Escape. This is from Remender. We had a 1 per store hash cam come in last week. Shut down, hunted, out of time, ongoing two-fisted war epic from Remender and Acuna. Okay, we know who it's by. Battle-hardened bomber. All right, so it's a war thing with people who look like animals. Anthropomorphic, is that the word? Old Witch. Nobody has really jumped into Bloodletter. I think these Spawn spin-offs have gone a little more downhill. I know when King Spawn number 50 comes out, there's a bunch of ratios, and they haven't done that in a while. And generally, Spawn ratios end up going for money, so I'm not sure what to do on that, because King Spawn's not the best-selling Spawn book, but I think there's like 1 in 100 or something, 1 in 500. I can't remember, but there's a lot of ratios. We'll go through them when they're on the FOC, because we'll probably do some kind of ratio bundle, because we do have some Spawn folk out there who may want some ratios. Number 4, Adam Gorham. You got the playing card version and Puppeteer Lee. Pretty cool. We got our G.I. Joe. Our readership on G.I. Joe has not increased. The new launch of the book, a bunch of people tried out the first issue, but then just didn't stick with it. Maybe they were just hoping like it would be worth money because of our first appearance. I haven't finished number 1, but I started it, and I do like it so far. Derek Chu. And the Seasons. I've read the first 4 issues, and I like this one. It's quirky fantasy, a little funny. Yeah. Did not give this one a go, but I do like Jay Lee's art. It's only 3 issues. Walking Dead. It's the David Finch cover. There's a few of them. And Witchblade. Devil and an Angel. All right. Is this Jason Sean Alexander? Known for his scratchy stuff. He did a bunch of Spawn artwork, and it was a nice David Mack cover. I think so, anyway. Trade Escape #1 blank. Drawing Blood. Nobody bought any of this series. I thought some of our Turtle fans may have given it a go because it's Kevin Eastman, but no one did. Vampirella Armageddon. Who do we got? Matina. All right. We got Joseph Michael Linsner. Cosplay. And we got the foils, the foil virgins, and Leslie Lee lyrics. We've got more virgin, whatever, exclusive ones. Captain Planet #1 signed. If you want it signed by David Prepos, there you go, $69. Red Sonja, Mars Attacks, limited virgins, allocations may occur. So just one of those expensive virgin guys. Elvira hardcover, allocations also may occur because I'm guessing they've limited it. If you're an Elvira fan, want a hardcover? There you go. We got some Darkwing Duck. We got some Space Quest. This has been up before. Terminator. They've gotten better now that they're with Lunar. Because a lot of time with Diamond, we put up the books, and then I go to do the FOC, and they're not there. They've been pushed back a week, maybe 2 weeks. But so far, that hasn't happened with Lunar, as far as I can tell. Thundercats, the spin-offs aren't doing nearly as well as the main series does. I guess that's always the case, right? People are buying less of whatever Spider-Man miniseries than they are of Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. Jay Lee, and he's doing the old Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. We got a second print here for Tama. Nobody ordered the first print, but apparently it's popular enough for a second. Lilith, #5. Got American Culture, Eat Your Young. I don't really know many of these guys. Adventure Time has been selling well, and there's actually 3 covers, and this one looks a little more outside of the art pocket of Adventure Time. It's a one-shot. And Benjamin, we have a couple people reading this. Ooh, EC Catacomb of Torment. And she is sewing a face on her face. Yay. Ariel Olivetti. And we got Lucas Kettner. Those bricks are all part people. Rebel Moon Nemesis. Zack Snyder is still a part of this, I suppose. Lots of covers. A few virgins. I never watched the movie, so I have no idea about that stuff. Second printing, Darkstalkers Street Fighter. There you go. I think we have 1 copy of the first print left. Money Shot continues to have a bunch of sexy covers. And Illuminati #3. Don't know anything about that. Hot Valley Days. I think this came out last week, or it's coming out this week. I'm not quite sure. I know we got the covers in, and there was like a nude cover. This one is a black and white coloring book cover, and it's a lot more expensive. I don't know how many people are going to be ordering that. Monster Fan Club #3. Shaky Kane. Blade Runner is a foil trade variant. And Shantae Swimsuit Edition #1, 2025. There you go. That's it. And we got 2 people left. That's all right. Yeah, nothing for indies for me. Nothing really stood out. Like a first appearance in a Sonic, Exquisite Corpses. I like that cover. The Puppeteer one. But really, yeah, indie just seemed a little meh this week. Well, is what it is. All right, 9:38. Go enjoy your Saturdays. Do something more important than watching me. But anyway, thank you for hanging out. Um, I might go to work tomorrow. I might not. We'll see.